Hey, what's going on, guys? Just got done watching Mushoku Tensei Season 2 Part 2. This is episode 9, and in total, episode 21. Before I start, I'd just like to say there's going to be some spoilers in this video, as well as I always recommend foremost to watch this anime, especially this one. This is one of my favorite isekais of all time. I haven't seen a lot, but I feel like I've seen a pretty good bit, and this is probably my favorite out of the bunch, just because the characters, the emotion is very much there for me, the action is great. I don't know, everything about it has really built for me. So, let's go a little back. We go to where Roxy is. Roxy, how did she end up in this labyrinth the way she did? Well, it looked like this. She was running in circles over and over again, and she kept putting X's in this, like this mountainside or like the wall side of this cave that they're in, the labyrinth. And she kept running in circles and coming back to where she started. That's how she got stuck. We move forward to the last scene of last episode. That's where Rudy and Roxy lock eyes. They approach each other, and oh my god, Rudy was very happy to see her, and Roxy was like, hey, and she didn't even know his name. She wasn't sure. Rudy gets sick. We speed forward. They're with the group. They're taking her back, and they have a conversation. Roxy's like, oh, it was probably because of the way I smell. And the reason I didn't remember you was because I remember cute Rudy, not you, which means she thought that Rudy was hot. Anyway, we finally get back to town, and she's bedridden for quite a bit. Not really that long. I think it was maybe a day or two, maybe 3 days. And after she's better, Rudy was really wanting to spend time with her ahead of time. And of course, she wants to get straight to it. We get the magic book straight to her, and she starts doing some reading. Rudy's pacing back and forth, trying to get her attention, and he's really hopping on it. So he finally goes over to go answer questions for her. So the big thing about the labyrinth is since she left it, she needs to go back in soonly after, or she'll have some type of PTSD. From what Rudy said in his thought process, he's got the otherworldly thought process that we do. They use words like curse. So apparently, she would get a curse if she doesn't go back in the labyrinth. That would stop her from going back in. And that's kind of the context that we get. Moving forward, they take multiple trips in this labyrinth, and along the way, they're kind of Xing off where they've been, the rooms that they went through. And then we're just trying to get to the final room that takes us to the next step to get to the finale of this entire labyrinth. We get to this final part after they visit town, they get a bunch of supplies, and they're very much ready to just one-shot it. They go in this cave, or the labyrinth, should I say, and they light up this torch out of root, and the black smoke keeps away these types of creatures, and they scurry off. And then after that, they take a short little break. Of course, Rudy and Roxy are there together. They're very much in love. Both of them are pretty ignorant about it, even though she's got to know that Rudy's in love with her. But Roxy is using his back to stand herself up, and Roxy's like, hey, Rudy, we should go in a labyrinth together after all this, just the two of us. Rudy immediately says yes. Afterwards, he has the thought, oh, what about my kid? And he's like, oh, my kid can just wait. So I had this thought, I'm like, what if Man God was kind of right? You know, it has us thinking at this point, hey, maybe Man God was right about all this, what he said. Maybe he was better off with happiness sleeping with the beast, like one of the beastateers. But we can't really worry about that now because we got to move forward. But that's a pretty good question that they at least give us. I don't know what's going to happen because, of course, I am an anime only watcher and I've been loving every minute of this. Even this episode, man. Move forward from here. Paul's like, hey, we're just going to go ahead and speed through this and get it done. They get to the final room, and at this final room, this is the kicker of a room right here. Rudy sees his teleporter and he's just confused. He's confused. He's so stumbled that he goes right beside this teleporter and he goes to sit down, crisscross applesauce. After that, Paul's like having his little moment with Rudy, talking to him, and he's like, "Hey, Rudy, we should go back and talk. You know, we can't really talk about it down here." And it pans back to Roxy. And Paul's talking about how he has two swords because he can't do anything without them now. And what this is hitting at, I mean, like, I think you guys know, is it's hinting at him having multiple partners, just like Paul did. Which, if you're a Mushoku Tensei fan, he already has two right now. He's got Eris and Sylvie, and now he's got Roxy more or less. It's pretty much already happened. After that, Rudy finally has his brain like surge. We go back to where they first started, the first teleporter that they went to, the big one that they tested. And what was missing from this room is a staircase. So Rudy's like, Geese, there's probably a staircase. Geese gets his dagger out. He listens on the ground with the dagger. He hits the back of it. And finally, they hear hollow part. I believe it might have been Rudy. I don't know. I don't know if this is really important anyway, but they finally smash in. And yeah, staircase is there. And on the wall is a magic seal of some sort. I don't know what this magic circle is. We have no clue. And it looks pretty scary. It's a pink or a purplish. I'm not quite remember of that, but it's gonna come important. I'm pretty sure. No, I don't think it's Zenith Magic. I think that's whoever made it put it there on purpose. Yeah, I think there's a big fight gonna happen. I'm not quite sure, but I just remember watching the trailers, some stuff. Hopefully that's not like a dead giveaway. But I hate it whenever they give too much away at the same time. But I'm just guessing maybe a big boss or something. I don't know what Zenith's got herself into other than that. Maybe she got trapped. Now, this could hit us with a big emotional, like, plot twist. And yeah, I guess that's really all I got to tell you guys and talk about today. Overall, 8.4 on the map for me, it does hit it all for me. I felt very much there. And it's more not about the labyrinth itself, it's about his relationship, rebonding it, and seeing where it lies in the, I guess, the whole entire like totem of Ree's relationships. And it's very strong, and it's going to continue getting stronger, I felt. My question of the day. Now, this one is very predictable, but will Rudy, will Rudy going back with her, will this cost him? Was Man God right? Will Roxy cost Rudy pain and suffering, just like Eris, almost like what's about to happen with Sylvie as well? We're about to see, guys. Hopefully, Paul doesn't die. I don't want to think like that. I have not read anything past this point. I haven't even got to this point. I'm very early on in this. But yeah, guys, always recommend to watch this anime. I love it. I absolutely love this. This is one of my favorites. And I gotta say, it's my number one. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This is my number one week to week thus far. And it's gonna continue being my favorite and my number one as long as it comes out. I'm just so invested in it. Anyway, guys, stay safe and